Hello once again, and welcome back to my media museum. We're looking at box 9, and I messed up on the last video. It was supposed to have been part 6, and I introduced it as part 7. So here I am doing part 7 here, but I'm going to introduce it as part 6 because I got my wires crossed and I need to have some kind of sort of something that makes sense at the start. So here we are. Keep It Coming, Love with Casey and the Sunshine Band. And a B-side here, Baby I Love You. And yeah, that's kind of disco, and it's really only the disco one that I've got here in this stack. But, you know, no big deal mixing up genres. I mix them up plenty on these videos. Here we've got Styx doing Lady. At least it's on Wooden Nickel, which is the original label. But somebody really messed it up there writing all over it. But the B-side of it here is a nice clean looking label with the Children of the Land short version, which was the original B-side on that. So this could be an original print from 1971. It's hard to say. The song did so well, was so big for Wooden Nickel. They were such a small label that they kept printing them up and putting them out there. So there's a lot. I've got quite a few copies of that one actually. And then we've got America here doing You Can Do Magic. 1982, and that's a really good song. I really liked America, and I really enjoyed that song from them. And this is, even though it's a bit dusty, it's a really clean looking vinyl, got some good grooves. We could clean this one up and it would sound great. B-side of this copy is Even the Score, and I do believe I've had some other copies of You Can Do Magic, but I don't remember the B-side being Even the Score, so that might be a different B-side. Alright, next up we've got Gemini Dream by the Moody Blues, and that's a pretty cool label. I like it. It's kind of like a meteor or something there. It's actually got a face in it. If you look at it, there's a face there. You can see the eyes, nose, and the mouth. So it's kind of like maybe Silver Surfer kind of thing. B-side of that one was Painted Smile, and hopefully you can see that. And another one of that silver paint, you know, which I just really don't like. Putting that silver paint on a dark color background makes it awful hard to see. And now, yeah, we've done lots and lots of Carpenters. I'm a big fan of Carpenters, and they pop up in just about every box you can buy around these parts at a garage sale, at a flea market, or wherever. And that's fine with me, because I loved Karen's voice. And this is a Forget-Me-Not version, so Yesterday Once More. But it's on a reissued copy. And the B-side of that being Sing on this version of it. And then we've got, like I said, a couple more here. And at least this one's got the correct sleeve, I believe. That's a really colorful, bright, interesting looking A&M sleeve. And Close to You. Why do birds suddenly appear? They long to be close to you, that's why. And the B-side is I Kept on Loving You. Alright, next up we got an Arista sleeve, but it's another A&M Carpenters. For All We Know. And the B-side of that one being Don't Be Afraid. Alright, now we got one that's another reissue version of Carpenters. This is the last one here in this stack anyways. And the label's really, looks to me like it got wet somewhere along the way, because it's really wrinkled up, really bubbled up. The Christmas song. And on this particular reissue of it, they've got Merry Christmas Darling, which is, I believe, what was on it originally in the first place. So they didn't change the B-side or the A-side. They just reissued it with the new Memories label. Alright, now we've got another Guess Who here. And there's a few of these here that I know I've shown in previous videos, but I think there might be something a little different about the labels, or they're a little better, so that's why I chose to go ahead and rehash them again here rather than waiting until I get my duplicates box, and we'll film those sometime way down the road. B-side of this being Running Down the Street. Alright, and this is exactly what I'm talking about here. I know I've shown this before. The Greg Kim Band doing Jeopardy. You know, they're really well known for the breakup song, na 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 na. They don't write them like that anymore. But this is their other real big hit that's pretty well known, Jeopardy. Our love's in jeopardy, baby. And the B-side is always fascination on every one of these copies that I've run across. And I just chose to show you that one because I've got this other one here too, but it's got a price tag on it. It's the exact same. It is in a different sleeve, I believe. At least, no, maybe it's the same sleeve, but I didn't show you it, yeah, on the first one. But anyways, that's the Greg Kihn Band again. And then now we've got another copy here of the Bay City Rollers. That's kind of rolled up and stuck. But doing Saturday Night. And I know we recently had this one. In fact, I think I might have had it earlier in this box. But this is a flashback reissue version of it. Because, yeah, I was talking recently about how some people learned how to spell the word Saturday from this song. But it's 1976, big hit in 76. Bay City Rollers had a few good songs. They were around for a little bit. Money Honey is not one that I recognize, and I don't believe that's the same song that was on the previous copy that I showed. So that's why I wanted to make sure to go ahead and take the time to show that one again. Next up, we got a really clean looking Carly Simon, Nobody Does It Better. I even showed you a picture sleeve of this in one of the picture sleeve videos. And the B-side being a song called After the Storm, which I'm not as familiar with. But moving right along, we've got the Doobie Brothers and Old Blackwater, Keep on Rolling, Mississippi Moon. 1974, man. I wouldn't have guessed it went back that far, but what a great song, what a great band. B-side being Song to See You Through, but it's a nice clean copy. I mean, boy, look at those grooves. It's like today it was made. So that one would sound really good with just a little de-dusting. And Blackwater followed up by the Safaris doing Wipeout. And, you know, you should know that one. It's an instrumental song, and there's a couple different versions that they recorded over the years. The B-side here being Surfer Joe, which is, you know, not their original song, but it's one that they did another instrumental version of. All the Safari stuff, I believe, was instrumentals. I don't think they did. No, that's the Venturas. That I'm confusing them with the Venturas. Sorry about that. Please forgive me. All right, and then here's a Carry On Wayward Son. I recently showed a copy of this in a previous video. Yeah, I'm not sure how far back it was. It might have been box 7 or 8. But this is it's an oldies, golden oldies copy. And it's got noted the date of original release, November 1976. So while it looks the exact same as the original one that came out, it does vary with those notations on there like that. And the B-side, again, What's on My Mind. It's a really good song off of the same album. Left Overture, excuse me. Left Overture, Point of No Return, and Carry On Wayward Son. And that one's noted as being May of 77 of Golden Oldie. So this is one of those two A-sides re-released on a B-side, and the labels do look very similar to the original released labels, just that they've added the Golden Oldies and the original release dates on there. So that is kind of cool. And then I wanted to just briefly go back over this Devil Woman again that I recorded just a couple episodes back, just because I meant to make the comment about how it looks like a kid's record, you know, but she's just a devil woman with evil on her mind. It's not a kid's record. It's a really great song by Cliff Richard, but that sure does look like Thomas the Train there, doesn't it? The Rocker Record Company. And I meant to make that comment. I wanted to make that comment about how much that looked like Thomas the Train to me, and it just kind of slipped by me. So here we are, next one up, making a bit of a jump here in time, because this is definitely Yeah, going up to 1982 with Dexy's Midnight Runners and Come On Eileen, oh I swear. I like that song. I worked with a lady named Eileen and she absolutely despised that song. And I guess I can understand that because I sure don't like Billy Don't Be a Hero for it as an example. Um, but, to me it's a great song and I always liked it. And I didn't tease her about it. I didn't give her a hard time. The B-side of this one's Let's Make This Precious. And that's a really nice, colorful, that label's really popping on this camera. That Mercury label was used for a number of years in the 70s. Got a lot of BTOs and stuff with that exact same label. And I really like it, kind of looking up the skyscraper, kind of cool. And this one just looks really good. It's really popping here today. So that's really neat to show. And then jumping back to the 70s, we've got ABBA doing Fernando. And this one, clearly, somebody had a problem taking out an adapter or something because they took a chunk out of it. But that wouldn't hurt nothing. I've got a solid ring to play that on. But oh boy, it did hurt this anyways. They really messed up the backside. I'm not even sure, ROC something. So I don't know what was on the B side there. Probably have to play it. I know a lot of ABBA stuff. I didn't dislike ABBA. I liked some of their songs. They were kind of fun, upbeat, disco-y, yeah, sure. But I didn't hate all the disco. Some of disco was okay, especially in hindsight. And in here, we're going to wrap this one up with Bette Midler doing Wind Beneath My Wings, which, if you recall, was from the movie Beaches, which I really enjoyed that movie Beaches, even though it was a bit of a drama, and I'm not generally a big, huge fan of dramas. But I do like Bette's acting more so than her singing. But this was a really good song. You're the wind beneath my wings. And the B-side being Oh Industry, which I don't recognize so much. But there you go. That's part 6 or 7, however you want to look at it. We'll see you for the final part 8, I hope.